a bit relieved. On Sunday morning, I was so happy. I started dancing. I went to church. I was dancing. I danced, and I was happy. And the depression just disappeared. So as I just Wednesday when we came to Ibadan, the children was just acting funny. I was like, I did not come here to come and play, and I don't want to be depressed. I came here to receive my healing and my blessing, and I know God will do it. On Thursday night, my son could not sleep. When I placed my hand on his chest, the way he was breathing, I was so scared. I have to wake my sister, Mommy Doyin. I said, Mommy Doyin, come and check this boy for me. He checked. He was like, don't be afraid. Everything will be all right. His nose was blocked. He cannot even sleep well. I was so afraid. I said, let me call Pastor Biodo. I said, it's too late to call Pastor Biodo around 3 a.m. that I cannot call him. When it was 5 a.m., I called him. He said, I should place my hand on his chest, on my right hand on his chest, that he wants to pray for him. He prayed for him, and he was sleeping. As he was praying, the boy was sleeping. I was just saying amen, amen, amen for him. So in the morning, when he woke up, I gave him. He said, you don't want to eat, I cannot eat. Even on that Wednesday night, he couldn't eat anything. We gave him food. I was even shouting on him. I didn't know he was complaining of chest. I thought he was just joking because he plays a lot. He said he cannot breathe well, that his chest is paining him, that he cannot breathe well. I gave him food. He said he does not want to eat. And I was so hungry that Mommy Doyin was even shouting on him that, eat your food. He didn't eat. He didn't even touch anything out of the food. But as night, what happened? I was so afraid, but I give God the glory. On Friday, after the afternoon section, and I prayed, and I know God really answered my prayer. And when Pastor was going on, Pastor said, don't worry, leave him. Let me take him home. They said, Shebi were complaining, this boy cannot sleep. He slept. That nothing happened. He slept. That he enjoyed it. So I just want to give God the glory. And when he came back, yesterday, I was asking him, how is your chest? He said he's no longer feeling the pain again. I want to thank God. I want to give God the glory. And another thing, I want to test concerning the mantle, yesterday mantle. If you have it, make use of it. I remember 2020 when my husband lost his job. We have to move to uncompleted building. He was telling me that that we should move to. My friend was like, they have 5-bedroom flats that nobody is there. Maybe we should move there. I was like, if God cannot do it, no man will do it. That I know God will do it. Mommy Pastor come. He said, what do you want? Do you want to stay there? Do you want us to pray for God to retain you there? I said, Pastor, Mommy, that's not my prayer. I want the will of God to happen. That is the will of God I want. I went to the bedroom. I sat down there. I cried. Kata was coming out of my nose. I was just crying. After I finished crying, I poured water on my head. I said, God, if you cannot do it, no one will do it. And I know you will do it. And God did this miraculously. 2021, after the mantle, 2022, Pastor gave us mantle. And my husband and I went to one of the rooms, one of the uncompleted building. We went there. We dug a hole and we dipped it there. We buried the mantle there and we prayed. And we said, God will do this thing. And we know that God will help us and build it. We will complete it for us. And we have bought that land since 2014. We could not do anything. It was just knitted. And we thank God. After that mantle, God was just doing wonders. In fact, on last year, August last year, August 15th, it was on my birthday. That was when we moved to the house. I just want to give God the glory for saving me and my family.
Let's clap for Jesus. Clap more, clap more.
Praise the Lord. Praise the living God. My name is Deacon Orator Andrew. I will start to say that my family is an embodiment of testimony. But I'm going to limit this particular testimony to collaborate what was broadcasted yesterday morning. When Pastor was televising the testimony from Ghana, many people here may not know this has to do with my family, my younger brother. I want to just reaffirm this testimony that it's real. And indeed, where medical stopped or where they failed, that is when God began his work. I've gone through this part, so it's not a strange thing to me because my direct family have gone through that part. where a doctor have told me, hey, Andy, this is the situation, this and this and this. I told him, is that the best medical solution you can get? He said, yes. Is that the very best you can get? I said, well, you are a doctor, beautiful. You are with worldly knowledge. But I believed that where your own knowledge limit or stopped, that is where God's job began. And indeed, I went through that part with necessary spiritual exercise, and I got a direct testimony to my own direct family. So when it happened to my younger brother in Ghana, it was kind of coincident. He went to one of my younger brother, that's Nelson. Pastor know all these people I'm talking about. He went to visit him. I have a prior knowledge that his wife was not feeling fine, but I never knew it was such a bad and terrible situation. So when I spoke to him, that what's happening to your family, he broke down. He broke down emotionally and was devastated. So he was lamenting all they have gone through. Funny enough, both him and his wife, they are both medical personnel. So they have gone through all manners of medical tests here and there. And I asked him, are you sure you have completed all your medical thing, or you have another that? He said, bro, this situation defies medical explanations. You can imagine when somebody is feeling cold and he put on about 12 clothes on herself, and yet she's feeling cold, to the extent that if you touch her, you will feel the cold yourself. And I asked her, tell me the history. What really happened? At what stage did this situation occur? And the moment he started narrating the history, I know that it was purely spiritual problem. And how do I know? Immediately the wife gave birth put to bed, barely 2 months. So she started having this problem. She never had any problem before she put to bed. So the moment the wife put to bed, that was a problem. She cannot even breastfeed the baby. It's as worse as that. So I asked him, where this problem, do you have any sign, anything happening before? And I said, no. When my wife put to bed, she has maybe a cesarean operation. She was in hospital for 2 months. Immediately she was trying to recuperate. She had this symptom. And I told her, well, I'm convinced now it's a spiritual problem. It is not medical. But what I'm going to do, when you get back home, I will send you a contact to your WhatsApp. I'm no need to call back. I say, do you know Pastor Adekunle? I explained to him. So, yeah, I know, bro. Okay. When you get home, call your wife. Both of you should sit down together. Call Pastor. I'm very sure, and please keep to your faith that you surely believe that you are going to be healed, because it will not work if you do not keep to your faith. So listen to instruction, listen to the guidelines it's going to give you, follow up from the beginning to the end. I'm very positive that you're going to get solution. He said, bro, we go to church. I said, don't worry. You can go to your church in Ghana. You can do everything you're doing. But I'm telling you that I've gone through this part before. My own situation was terrible. Even my wife, I never tell her what happened to her. I have to go on the spiritual medical exercise, and we got solutions. So I said, don't worry, you just hack into the directive and follow up with the senior pastor. Okay, he got home, called the wife. She was like, I've done this. Medical people hardly want to trust or believe. They will still believe there's still way out. With the faith I told him, I think he put a call across to the pastor, and at that point in time, they were not even contacting me again. So I get out of the picture. They were doing their own things. One day, the wife just called me. Daddy, I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. This. I've been following up with the senior pastor. I'm healthy and healthy. I say, are you sure? Because she has not even spoke to me about her health situation. I said, Daddy, everything is okay now. I'm stable. I'm healthy and healthy now. Thank God for your intervention. Been on this thing for close to 1 year. She has been on this sickness for close to, in fact, over 1 year. I want to be very precise. This intervention